think when in past when we discussed this about spotting talent who is interested in, because every child develops at different times. Sometimes some children get shy quite early and then people try to focus on them, but there are other students are not there yet in terms of development. How difficult or easy as a teacher, as a coach, for you to look at that side of it and look at those kids who really have potential?
You learn about things as you go through, and one of the things that you don't realise when you're growing up is that our system is so biased towards the children that physically develop quicker. And what are we missing by doing that? So, the rugby players that are 6'2", when they're year 7, they can run through everybody, or they're a great player. Then, well, are they a great player? They're just big and they can run through people because they can't be physically tackled. And, I'm aware of somebody that went through that sort of phase of being that size, and they got to 18 and they had no skills or tactics to draw on to support them to get around the player once they found they couldn't run straight through them, and they very quickly fell out of love with the game. But how many other people that weren't that size were they not concentrating on, that actually had maybe better technical ability but didn't have that physique? I think in cricket you probably see it all the time with the boy that maybe can't hit it off the square yet, because they just physically don't have that strength, but you can see that technically they've got all the things that they need to become a really competent or really good player. And I think we're too results driven from an early age when we need to forget about who wins. Classic example, I think, Prash, when we were at a game at Middlesex schools, and it was at a school ground, and our team had batted first and we'd got plenty of runs and it looked like we were going to win, and it ended up going to the last ball, and I can't actually remember if we lost. I think we actually still won the game, but you stayed completely silent. You didn't try to tell the players what to do. They were under 13, under 14s. Parents were going mad on the sideline about, why aren't they bringing this bowler on? Why aren't they doing this? Why aren't they doing that? Why is Prash just standing there? And you had to have a conversation with those parents afterwards and say, it's not about the winning and the losing. It's about them having that experience and learning. I can solve the problems for them on the pitch, but if I do that, what's going to happen when I'm not there, or what's going to happen to their development? They're not going to develop and learn as effectively or quickly as they want to. So I think we need to keep our base as wide as we possibly can. We need to keep children interested for as long as we can. We've got to encourage them and make them feel sort of happy about what they're doing.